Alright, welcome back to Jaded Hero Worship, and just a quick video today, little trailer reaction to the new Deadpool Wolverine Deadpool 3 trailer. And you know what? It actually looks good. Go figure. Actual excitement about a Disney project. I'm kind of shocked. I mean, it's a Disney Marvel project, and I'll have more to say on that in just a moment, but overall, I think a lot of my doubts were kind of reassured on this one. I'll say, first of all, that the idea of releasing a Redband trailer was pretty good. I did enjoy the humor in it, and I've always been a fan of the Deadpool movies. I love the Deadpool character. If you can tell, my sign-off is maximum effort. So I'm very excited for this. I was very trepidatious when I heard that Disney Marvel was going to be producing a Deadpool movie. But you know what? It looks like they may have actually done something good here. I had some doubts about Jackman returning after Logan. Logan was just about the perfect send-off for that character, and I really did not want to see him go the way of Professor Xavier in Multiverse of Madness. So seeing him here in all of his yellow and blue glory was actually really fun. Again, plot, story, all of that, we're going to have to see how that shakes out, but as of right now, it looks good. I think Cassandra Nova is an interesting villain for this. I'm curious to see how they adapt her. In my longer X-Men 97 review that I have coming out, I mentioned how the character of Cassandra Nova has a really insane comic books origin thanks to Grant Morrison. So, again, curious to see where that fits in. I assume they're probably just going to go with her being a basic twin or multiverse version of Charles Xavier. But, again, we'll have to see on that. As somebody who was never a particular fan of the Bryan Singer rendition of the X-Men, I do really enjoy X-Men 2, but after that I think it was diminishing returns, and I personally think he crippled a lot of renditions of the X-Men going forward. In my humble opinion, the X-Men should always have spun off of the Deadpool version following that first Deadpool movie. I just think it's a better version of the universe. I think it's better told. I prefer that tone. That, yes, the irreverent Deadpool can happen, but that we do actually have serious moments. One of the things I've always really enjoyed about the Deadpool movies is that Ryan Reynolds has this real ability to bounce back and forth between just cartoonish flippancy, and then he can really bring the drama when he needs to. Yes, even the man himself does make fun of his superior acting method, and I'm not here to claim that he's ever going to win any major awards, but it's hard to watch the end of Deadpool 2 or to see him studying Vanessa in the first movie when he first comes down with cancer and not really feel something. I did, at least, and I'm really looking forward to the way that he can bring that about. So I always wanted the X-Men to spin off of his movies and his universe. Going forward, all I want them to keep is Hugh Jackman, if Hugh Jackman wants to return. I like the idea that they're hinting at here that he's a Wolverine from another universe, that allowed his to crumble, and he's the lone survivor. I think that's a really strong idea, and I'm really looking forward to that. And if they want to bring in Hugh Jackman into the MCU, and it's this version of Hugh Jackman, and he's game to do it, by all means, let's bring him in. But let's leave everybody else behind. I don't need a single other Fox X-Men to be involved in this. Again, Patrick Stewart was the only one, and they wasted him in Multiverse of Madness. I do enjoy that it looks like Ryan Reynolds is keeping his same sense of humor in this, but that he's also going to bring the drama. I feel like that's coming too. By far, my favorite moment of the trailer would be Deadpool putting his gun up to Wolverine's head and threatening to give him a new breathing hole if he didn't comply. And then Wolverine just getting a really vicious grin and leaning up against the gun. I thought that was fantastic, and I really want more of that in the movie. As long as the movie delivers that, I think I'll be a fan. Whether it's fantastic or just so-so, that is the kind of movie that'll bring audiences back. But I do think that we should keep our expectations measured here. This is still the MCU. This is still the company that made She-Hulk. This is still the company that made Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yes, they may be able to have a success with this, and I'm looking forward to this film, but I think expecting anything more than a one-off is getting our hopes too high. I'm not highly encouraged about where the Fantastic Four is going, and unless they bring on the team that is producing this film to do the MCU X-Men or a completely new, stronger writing team, I just don't have high hopes for anything beyond this. But there are still some warning signs even in this movie. There's the TVA, there's the magic rings that came from Doctor Strange, Wong, someone. I just don't know how I feel about Wolverine and Deadpool mixing in with that. It's almost like don't taint the X-Men or what they could be with some of the lower tier MCU stuff we're getting lately. But we'll have to see. I'm not calling doom and gloom on it yet, and I am overall very excited. I want this version of the X-Men, the feeling that I got watching that trailer, to be the version that I see and feel going forward. Definitely not what I get when I watch that overhyped X-Men 97 catastrophe. For the fans of it out there, I'm going to keep saying this. It's badly written, badly plotted, misaligned priorities that ride on dramatic moments or melodramatic moments only meant to get clicks. So this X-Men that we're seeing in Wolverine and Deadpool, that's what I want to see. That's what I hope to see in the theaters. So, anyway, just a real quick, like I said, trailer reaction and breakdown. Thought I'd do a little Wolverine and Deadpool art while I was at it. So if you liked what you heard, click around on the channel, see what other videos. There aren't a lot so far, but I do have a breakdown of where I think the MCU went off course. I am doing full reviews of the X-Men 97 cartoon show, which I try to bring in deeper lore on where these plot threads that I think could have been much better realized came from, and really dive into these character mechanics and what this show is missing. So almost every video I put out, I'm going to try to have artwork to match it, unless it is just a quick breakdown. So if you want to see more, please click around and see more. If you waited out this video and you didn't love it, well, I thank you for being here. And until next time, maximum effort.